Have you ever wondered what a hypervisor is and how it works? Well, the world of virtualization is fascinating, and hypervisors play a pivotal role in it. So what are they? In essence, hypervisors, also known as virtual machine monitors, are software, firmware, or hardware that create and run virtual machines. They are the conductors of the virtualization orchestra, managing resources and ensuring each virtual machine operates independently. There are two main types of hypervisors: Type 1 and Type 2. Type 1, often referred to as bare metal, runs directly on the host's hardware, while Type 2, or hosted, operates on an operating system just like any other software application. Each type has its unique advantages and applications, and both are integral to the virtualization landscape. Now, let's imagine you're a home lab builder or a tech enthusiast. Which type of hypervisor would be more suitable for your setup? Now that we've set the stage, let's dive deeper into these two types of hypervisors. Type 1 hypervisors, also known as bare metal hypervisors, operate directly on the host's hardware. This unique approach to virtualization allows for a more streamlined, efficient use of resources, which can, in turn, lead to better performance overall. Imagine a conductor standing before an orchestra. Each musician is a component of the hardware. The conductor, or the Type 1 hypervisor, communicates directly with every single one of them. There's no middleman, no interference, and this results in a symphony of performance. This direct access to hardware resources is one of the key advantages of Type 1 hypervisors. By cutting out the middleman, these hypervisors can deliver higher speeds, lower latency, and ultimately, better performance. This makes them an excellent choice for situations where performance is paramount, such as in high-traffic web servers or data-intensive scientific computations. However, as with all things, there is a trade-off. The flip side to this bare metal approach is that it requires dedicated hardware. This means that the on which the hypervisor runs cannot be used for anything else. It's a case of putting all your eggs in one basket, so to speak. This can make Type 1 hypervisors less appealing for smaller operations or personal projects where hardware resources may be. Diving into some of the most popular examples of Type 1 hypervisors, we have VMware exe and Microsoft Hyper-V. VMware exe is renowned for its robust feature set, which includes features such as live migration, high availability, fault tolerance, and dynamic resource scheduling. It is also known for its widespread industry adoption. On the other hand, Microsoft Hyper-V is often lauded for its seamless integration with other Microsoft products, making it a favorite among organizations that predominantly use Microsoft solutions. This interoperability makes management and operations smoother and more efficient. In essence, Type 1 hypervisors offer high performance at the cost of dedicated hardware. It's a balancing act between allocation and performance needs. Whether or not the bare metal approach is right for you will depend on your specific circumstances and requirements. But one thing is for sure, when it comes to squeezing every last drop of performance out of your hardware, nothing beats a Type 1 hypervisor. On the other hand, Type 2 hypervisors, or hosted hypervisors, run on a conventional operating system just like any other software. There's a certain charm to this approach, a charm that lies in its simplicity and ease of integration. You see, Type 2 hypervisors can be installed directly onto your existing system, just like you would with any other application. This means that there's no need to dedicate an entire machine or to mess around with your system's core settings. A few clicks and you're up and running. Now let's talk about some of the popular examples of Type 2 hypervisors. VMware Workstation, for instance, is a well-known player in this field. It's a robust and feature-rich solution that offers a great deal of flexibility. Then there's Oracle VirtualBox, another solid choice, particularly lauded for its cross-platform compatibility. Both of these are fantastic platforms to dip your toes into the world of virtualization, especially if you're just starting out. But as with everything in life, it's not all roses. The ease of setup and usage of Type 2 hypervisors is offset by a trade-off in performance. Remember, these hypervisors operate on top of your existing operating system. This means they're essentially running through an additional layer, which can result in a noticeable drop in performance compared to their Type 1 counterparts. However, it's important to note that this performance drop is not always significant enough to be a deal-breaker. A lot depends on the specific needs of your project and the resources available on your machine. For many users, the convenience and flexibility of a hosted approach more than make up for the minor performance hit. In conclusion, Type 2 hypervisors, or hosted hypervisors, serve as a convenient and user-friendly gateway into the world of virtualization. They offer a great starting point for those new to this field, providing a balance of simplicity, flexibility, and functionality. Type 2 hypervisors then offer flexibility and ease of use, albeit with a potential compromise on performance. So, which hypervisor should you choose for your home lab? There are several factors to consider when deciding on the right hypervisor for your home lab. First, consider your hardware resources. Some hypervisors, especially Type 1 or bare metal hypervisors, require robust hardware resources. If you're working with a limited budget or older equipment, a Type 2 or hosted hypervisor might be a better fit. Next, consider your desired performance. If you're planning to run demanding applications or want to maximize your system's performance, a Type 1 hypervisor could be the right choice. On the other hand, if you're just getting started or plan to use less resource-intensive applications, a Type 2 hypervisor might suffice. Finally, think about your specific use cases. Are you setting up a home lab for learning and experimentation, or are you planning to run production workloads? Type 2 hypervisors can be a great starting point for beginners due to their ease of use and setup. Ultimately, the choice of hypervisor will depend on your specific needs, resources, and expertise. In conclusion, hypervisors are a key component in virtualization, with each type having its strengths and weaknesses. We've delved into the world of hypervisors and hopefully made it a bit more comprehensible. We've discussed what hypervisors are, essentially software that allows you to run multiple operating systems on a single hardware host. We've explored the differences between Type 1 and Type 2 hypervisors, also known as bare metal and hosted hypervisors. Type 1, being integrated directly into the physical server's hardware, offers better performance and efficiency. On the other hand, Type 2 hypervisors, while not as efficient, provide more flexibility, running on the host machine's operating system like any other software. When it comes to setting up your home lab, your choice of hypervisor will largely depend on your specific needs and resources, taking into account factors such as performance, cost, and ease of use. We hope this video has shed some light on the world of hypervisors and will help you make an informed decision when setting up your home lab.